Welcome back, Insiders. I know it's been a while since my last video, but today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars Black Series Boba Fett, particularly from the Return of the Jedi movie. We're going to check out to see its posability, playability, and likeness. It's been a little while since I was able to get to a video, but I've been doing a lot of eBay selling. I've been doing some buying of some figures and some just gathering figures in general. Been also getting back into my comic collection, so in future videos I may be pulling out a comic or two and start reviewing some of the old 80s, 90s, and 70s issues of Marvel and DC. So we'll add that to the repertoire of Inside the Sanctum videos. So stand by, we'll be right back with Star Wars The Black Series Boba Fett. I believe I received this Black Series Boba Fett, particularly the Return of the Jedi variation, off of Amazon. They said there was a wait on getting this figure, but it actually came within, I think, about 7 days. So if you have a chance to pick it up, I would highly recommend it even before this review, because it just looks awesome from the outside. Soon we'll be digging into the inside on this figure to see all the little intricate parts and accessories it has. Let me take a look at the figure itself. Let's get closer to it and then we'll get it out of the packaging. It's a nice looking figure to put onto your shelf as is. All the accessories you could see are prominently displayed in the box. You have the backpack, you have his gun, his rifle, you have a grappling hook, some flames that will shoot out of his wrist flamethrower. The detailing is excellent, at least through the packaging. You got some side art there on the box. Then we go to the back. It has a nice picture of Boba Fett drawn on the back, and a little background in many different languages talking about Boba Fett in general, if you, for every reason, do not know Boba Fett. So overall, it's in the box. It's a great figure to have to display onto your shelf. If you have a pegboard at home, it's very easy to put this on a pegboard and display it that way. All right, let's take a look at this figure out of the box. When we come back, we'll have a loose figure to dissect. All right, guys, we are back. Now that Boba Fett is out of the box and all its accessories are out, we're going to go through to see what you get with this figure. First, overall, I just want to say I had a very tough time on standing him up. Hopefully I'm doing something wrong and it's a very easy balance, but it actually took me a couple minutes to get him into the perfect position to balance him. So if you're going to be posing him, I think I'm going to say first right off that you're going to need a stand to hold him, because on his own he's off center and his center of balance is actually very high up on his body, so he's been getting a lot of tipping over and falling. So I would advise getting a stand right off the bat before we even go further in this review. Second, on a positive side, just take a look at all those accessories that come with this Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. First off, what's very noticeable is his rocket pack, and you actually have the missile the rocket or missile that goes in the back of that on the top. And then this plugs right into his back. Now here's another issue I had, the ease of connecting this to his back. Not very easy. There's a center peg and then there's two supporting pegs, and this just doesn't go inside very well. That's putting some effort into it and it's still not going in. So unless I'm doing something totally wrong, it's just a matter of putting a peg into a slot, as you can see, and I'm pushing inward and I'm not getting much results. So right there is a negative for me. The ease of connecting the backpack, which I still haven't gotten done, is very difficult. Aside from the backpack that I just showed you, which is actually a very nice color, I like that, with a lot of wear and tear on it, as if it's seen a lot of battle damage. I like that. You have two main weapons. You have a full rifle here, then you have a two-part blaster rifle showing maybe it cut into two with Luke's lightsaber. If you remember Return of the Jedi, Luke actually uses his green lightsaber to cut this in two, and you can see here there's if I can get it close for you without getting too blurry, there's a yellow part of the two-piece weapon that actually comes apart, so you can reenact that scene where Luke's green lightsaber slices this into two. Very cool accessory if you ask me. Also, you have his grappling hook with a string attached to it. This is going to fit onto his arm, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. Then you also have some flame here. I would guess that these two are exhaust from the jetpack. I'm going to try those in a second. And then this one here should be his flamethrower fire that comes out of his wrist gauntlet. So let's take a look and put these things together, shall we? Alright guys, as I talked about earlier, you just can't seem to get this backpack into his back. Now if you can see this, the peg hole here and two smaller holes above it, it should fit easily in there. But what I think is happening is that the hole was drilled at a slight angle in his back when they were producing this. So when I try to press that in, it doesn't actually attach with any sort of firm grip, if at all. So that should fit in there, which it does not, but I believe the flames, like I said earlier, come out of the jetpack. We're going to try to put the grappling hook on. Now guys, if totally doing something wrong, please let me know in the comments section, because it could be a different way of doing it and I just don't realize it. We have the grappling hook here. Should attach to his wrist in some point here. Bear with me. Attaches to his arm perhaps. Then you have the grappling hook, which wraps around Luke if you remember in the movie. And then you have his blaster rifles here. Let's see if we can get him to hold that. Which hand would hold it? Let's take a look at that. It's not an easy grip here. Not too easy of a grip. Overall, let me get this out of his hand. Overall, I'm really disappointed in the way the accessories come together for him. They're really neat accessories, really cool additions. All of them are, especially the lightsaber destroyed gun. I like that. The fire I've yet to try. Let's see, maybe I'm just having it off the wrong end. Looks like this one goes right in here like this. This should be an easy fix here if I can get that in. There we go. Hey, something works. There we go, like he's shooting flame, which is really neat. I like that. But like I was saying, overall, I don't like how the accessories have a tough time locking onto his body. Especially the jetpack. That should be an easy pop in, and it's not even working that well. So for ease of accessory or ease of playability, I would say this is sorely lacking. Things should be locking in easy. It should be easy to find where they go, how to hold them. Overall, I love the accessories. I don't love how they attach to the Boba Fett figure. Let's move on and see. Look at that. Down again. Let's move on and see how well his articulation is. We'll be doing that from scratch because I didn't even check that yet before starting this video. So let's get into this together. Let's start from the head up. You have left and right movement. You have downward movement. So here's up. It doesn't go any higher, but it will go down. So you got left, right, and down. The chest or upper torso has some give to it, a little bit of give to straighten his back out. At the arms, they won't raise above this degree because of these shoulder pads almost, or shoulder armor. It does have about 160-degree movement on the arms. At the elbow, it's full rotation, and at the wrist, there is full rotation at the wrist, which is pretty neat. Down by the leg area, come up about that far, I would say, without snapping. You got the knee joints move about the range of a normal knee, maybe a little less. And at the feet, you have up and down on the boots, and that's about it. The actual lower leg rotates, not the ankle itself. So a fair amount of articulation on this figure. So that I'm happy with. The detail alone, let's take a close look at that. Look at the great detail on the armor. The nicks and the battle damage on the helmets is just phenomenal. I love all the little ruffles in the pants. Good paint job on all the parts of the actual figure. So in that aspect, as it comes to lightness, this guy is almost spot on for the Return of the Jedi figure. Posability, I don't need to speak any more of that because as you can see, I'm having a tough time just standing him up right now. Nothing in his hands. There, he's not the best pose figure there is. Like I said earlier, you'll have to get a stand to hold him so you can give him a better pose than what I'm giving him right now. Alright, insiders, in between takes here, I tried again on the rocket pack because I want this rocket pack to be on his back where it should be, and it's just not happening. Unless I'm doing something totally wrong and you guys can help me out in the comments, this backpack is not going on with any slight ease. So that I don't care for at all. Overall, this figure is a nice figure. I mean, I liked Return of the Jedi. I think it was it's like one of my top Star Wars movies, and I know a lot of people have some. Look at, there he goes. A lot of people have some criticism on Return of the Jedi, mainly for the Ewoks, mainly for the Jabba scenes at the beginning, thinking it was a useless run of about 45 minutes. But I disagree on that one. I love the Jabba scenes, even though plot-wise, the moves they make in the movie, the droids going to Jabba, Leia coming in with Chewbacca, I mean, a lot of things, a lot of plot holes there that could have been avoided. But overall, that whole scene I love. I love the Jabba world. I love all the creatures, all the aliens. The part I didn't like, again, it's the Ewoks. They needed to tone those down a bit. I think it would have been a far superior movie. The ending scene, how can you get that? Anything negative about that? The Emperor, Luke, Darth Vader, finish of the trilogy was excellent. But back to Boba Fett and Return of the Jedi, we all know how he ended up. If you didn't, then I don't know where you've been for the past 30 some odd years. Boba Fett accidentally gets hit with a staff from Han Solo, gets blasted with his rocket pack across the desert into Jabba's sail barge and down into the Sarlacc pit he went. So if I have to say spoilers on that, you know, I think 30 plus years is a little late for the spoilers. But, you know, his coolness factor went down a little bit because of that movie. But he's as popular as ever. You say Boba Fett and Boba Fett sells. Boba Fett is a fan favorite without a doubt, even though he had minimal, I mean, we're talking minimal screen time. So for a character to last in pop culture that much with that limited screen time, you know it was a special character. So should you pick this guy up? I think you should. If you're going to do posability, if you're going to pose this guy, get a stand. Otherwise, his accessories are really cool if you can get those attached to him. I'm going to still try after this video to get that backpack on him. And if so, I'll throw a little minute video showing how I did it and what it looks like. But overall, I like this figure. I don't like how he cannot stand up on his own that well. But other than that, if you have any comments, please add them below. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. I do action figure reviews, movie reviews, and soon-to-be comic reviews. So please leave comments below. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, the like button, and subscribe if you have not yet. Till next time, insiders, take care. Until next time.